Cypress Pointe Hospital is the country's last physician-owned hospital. Here to tell us more about what that means exactly and about the services that they offer is Dr. Chad Doming. Chad, thank you so much for joining us today.
I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
So explain to us, what does that mean?
So most hospitals across America are owned by private corporations or public hospitals, which we're familiar with, or academic universities. Physician-owned means that the actual doctors that take care of you, they take care of your patients, own the hospital. So I look at it as church and state marrying, I think it's important because as a physician, I'm interacting with my patient, I'm seeing them from day one, I'm getting to know them, learn their disease process, and by owning the hospital and running the logistics of the hospital, I'm able to streamline not just their medical care, but I'm able to streamline the cost associated with it. So it's really unique in our ability to look at things from the introduction of a patient to a doctor to the end result of the actual surgery and to control every step along the way.
So you really get to know your patients, and that's a huge part of it, right?
It's a huge part. You know, we look at, we always joke about, government agencies, big government middlemen. There's no middlemen. So, when I'm interacting with my patient and I talk to them about services I can render as a physician, what my other colleagues can do for them, what my hospital can do for them, I'm not lying. I don't have to go get votes between multiple categories of boards and so forth. And that allows, again, not just streamline of patient care, which is ultimately what we're in this business for, but at the end of the day, it allows your insurance, your deductibles, your overall costs to be lessened because we're watching things as a physician. We know what patients need, we know what works, we know what doesn't, and with the team I have around me, they provide me the analyticals, the numbers associated with it. I give the medical behind of it, and then the two marry each other, and it's a perfect marriage.
All right, well, tell us about some of the services you specialize in.
So this is a full service hospital. We're a Medicare accredited hospital, so this is not a surgery center or a little outpatient pavilion. We have inpatient beds, we have an ICU, we have imaging, MRI, CAT scan. We have basically all service lines of medicine. So pain management, neurology, neurosurgery, orthopedic surgery, ear, nose, and throat, ophthalmology, podiatry, primary care, the list goes on. This is a full service hospital. We're very blessed to be in a wonderful community of Tangipahoa Parish. Has supported us through the years, and we just couldn't be happier with the services we offer this community and the help that we get.
And I will say, this is such a beautiful hospital. I mean, obviously we're in the lobby area, and there's, 6 ICUs,
Yes.
and tell us more about it.
My goal for this hospital is to make this a destination hospital. We have an airport down the street, so with an airport that allows anybody from anywhere to get here. And with the facility we have, as nice as we have, and the land around us still being undeveloped, we are right next to the interstate, so that allows us to move very quickly. So I think the possibilities of what this hospital represents for the future, for our patients, not just in this community, but in other communities, other states. So we're shooting for the stars, and we're excited about everything going on.
Wonderful. And you have great staff, right? You have some top-rated physicians, top-rated surgeons.
Yes.
Tell us about them.
Yeah, so bricks and mortar is only as good as the people that support it, right? So you can build a pretty hospital, you can do a lot of advertising, you can build billboards, but ultimately at the end of the day, patients come here for the service that they render in medical care. And it's not just physicians. I'm only as strong as my team. Drew Brees can't throw the ball to himself. He's got to have an offensive line, he's got to have a fullback, he's got to have wide receivers. It's no different for a doctor. I did surgery this morning in clinic right before our interview, and I have a large team that keeps me moving, that keeps me on my toes, that gives me proper information, proper medications, and I couldn't do it without them. I mean, it can't go unstated the countless hours behind the scenes for just a surgery day this morning. I mean, my staff the day before has to pull my medicines, call the patients, make sure they have rides. Nothing just happens, right? And I love the football analogy, practice, got to have their equipment, got to have the Gatorade, got to have everything.
Sure.
Otherwise the game doesn't happen. So, we're very blessed with our staff. We have a wonderful facility. But again, at the end of the day, this is bricks and mortar without the people that support it.
Sure. And I mean, it's just so important to have these people who not only know what they're doing, but I can't emphasize enough, that really care about the patients and know the patients, know what's best for them individually.
Yeah, I think if you do the due diligence on the social media and you read the feedback that we get from our patients, I think it's always the same. People feel like family here. And the way I view this hospital, I still see this hospital not through the eyes of a doctor, but through the eyes of a patient. I had a cousin that died of a severe muscular dystrophy neurologic disease, and growing up, I lived that through him. And my family, my mom and dad, I have family that has disease processes just like everyone else. And I still look at the world through that eye.
Sure.
And make sure that we do things not what helps me feel better or helps the building or the business, but what is best for the patient.
And real quick for us, big changes are coming to the campus, right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so as we see all these big things and have all these big aspirations, we need big buildings to help those aspirations. So we broke ground about a year ago, right behind us on a medical office building, which will open in January, I think the first or second week of January. It's 35,000 square feet, so this is a big office building. It'll have an urgent care, so allow an entry point for our patients that have new injuries, sports injuries, car accidents, whatever. Primary care, we'll have a pharmacy, we'll have physical therapy, we're gonna have neurosurgery, neurology. So again, when you look at the vision, this medical office building allows us to extend that vision and is the first step for us to create a medical campus.
Wonderful. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.
For more information, you can head to cypresspointehospital.com, call them at 985-510-6200, or visit them at 42570 South Airport Road in Hammond. And of course, there's much more to come on Great Day after the break. We'll be back. Stick with us.